She likes to shop now. Oh, it's
Actually,
huge.
pretty big. Yeah, that's a 2006 Clayton home. Clayton.
What? Who's inviting all these people over here?
It's Saturday.
Shoot.
We might be coming right.
We were waiting in line and the guy's not in his truck.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second.
Some big.
Another one over here.
Oh yeah, look at him upside down. That's awesome. You know what you gotta do? She said, don't you wish you had
I showed so many people
Ahí está el lago dormido, míralo.
That kind of looks similar to what Rod and Maddie have, doesn't it?
Yeah, they have a green one. It's not a macaw though.
No.
Theirs is a parrot.
Oh, that's the rodent.
Yeah, the black bird.
Yeah. I was like, where's
Yeah. Kind of evil looking.
actually close? Oh, look at those lashes. My goodness. You can let me have a picture? She's so, look at that. This is, I'm sharing with you to come get it. Oh my gosh. How cute. Oh, what? You're
only see
sleeping
my
again.
throat.
Oh, there you are. Oh,
He
wow.
likes your voice. He keeps coming out when you talk.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Talk to him again. Pretty boy. Wow.
What are you doing, little boy? Can you give
Come
us
on, get your tongue out.
Give us a tongue.
Don't be shy.
It's showing off.
Wow, look at you, how close you
pretty
are.
good.
Wow. Look at you, you're so cute.
Is this an anaconda?
Mesmerized now. So cute. president touch the turtle?
10 meters long.
Wow, he's brave. Look at this turtle. I guess anaconda can eat him, huh?
Inside the bowl. You have any difficulties?
Ini kata orang na eh.
Sabon na siya. Nice. Yeah.
Ini nggak tahu magpakita o ang ganda yun. Naraman sa bangag. $150 years?
That makes sense. Really.
68.
Yeah, he's in second gear.
Oh my gosh. They're huge.
I think those ones that have Dylan's are bigger than those.
Bikadagko.
Yeah, that's a big boy. Or girl, I don't know. That's a big one.
Macaw. Now, being that hyacinth macaw, she's actually the largest macaw species. And she shows off that size of hers with those long tail feathers and that big head and beak to match. Now, that beak on Chloe is very useful for her because not only does she use it as another foot, so when those 2 feet on her are busy, she'll use that beak to climb up even higher into those trees. But she also uses that beak to crack open some of her most favorite foods, such as nuts and seeds. Now for Chloe here, I have one of her most favorite snacks. I have a hazelnut. But does anyone feel super strong and want to help me out with it? Anyone? I saw your hand, buddy. Come on down. You did? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not good. Well, here's this hazelnut for you. So try to squeeze it for me. So squeeze it, try to crack it open. Super hard, huh? Well, I'll take that hazelnut back, buddy. It doesn't seem like you cracked it yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to give it on over to Chloe here. And we're actually going to listen for that nice crack, okay? Once she's done dancing.
Oh.
Whoa, did you hear that? It was within that second, huh? Yeah, and you see she made a real big mess, huh? Well, thank you, buddy, so much for coming out and seeing us. Here's a sticker for you. Everyone, please give him a big round of applause. He did amazing. Ooh, that's a nice little... See, do you want to go? Yeah, you can give it to her. Oh, there you go. Go on, take a seat. Everyone, give another round of applause. He did amazing. So as you guys saw, Chloe here, she was able to crack that nut really easily. And she also did crack it right in half as well. So not all things. And one of those things is actually called mimicking. So out in the wild, they'll mimic other macaw sounds to get into that flock since that's their family. But when they do live with us humans, they actually mimic what we say. And a lot of our parrots, they were previous pets. So please go on over and say hello to them. And they may say hello back because they learned that mimicking skills. Now Chloe here, we don't know much about her previous home, but we may know a few things. Like we do think she loved to welcome in all of her guests with a nice hello. Right. Now we also think that maybe her family had some allergies because she loves to finish our sneezes. Right, comes inside. Now we also think that her family's favorite holiday is Halloween because she loves to practice that Halloween costume. Right, a monster. Now, when she practices that Halloween costume, sometimes she gets a scare out of us and she thinks it's funny. Is it funny? Right, she laughs at us. But she knows that she will always love us and we will always love her because she loves to send it off with a nice big kiss. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you so much for coming out and seeing us today. And Buffy, she's gonna be our striped skunk. And as I mentioned, Buffy here, she is native to North America, so right in our own backyards. And I know that a lot of people, they're usually afraid of these skunks, and that is because of Buffy's spray. Now Buffy here, she can actually spray up to about 10 feet away, and she can hit a bullseye target. And they can spray as young as 8 days old, so even before they open their eyes. But you guys do not have to be worried about Buffy spraying you, because when she does spray, it actually takes about a week to refill that spray gland. And during that week, Buffy, she will be defenseless. So she will give off a lot of different warning signs before she does spray. Such as Buffy, she will hiss, she will growl, she'll puff up her fur very big, and then the last thing she'll do is a handstand. If you do not heed that handstand warning, well then Buffy, she will turn around, aim, and fire. Now, I used to believe that you get that skunk spray out with tomato juice, because that's usually what you find out online. But I will say the best way to get that spray out is actually Dawn dish soap with a little bit of baking soda instead. Because people that use that tomato juice, they ended up smelling like tomatoes and skunk, and that doesn't smell really good together. Now, Buffy, even though she does have that spray, she's actually great to have in our own backyards. That's because she eats all those different things that we don't like, such as fleas, ticks, scorpions as well. But I will say that Buffy here, she is a known predator for venomous snakes. Now you may be thinking, how does this adorable ball of fluff eat those venomous snakes? Well, I will say that her fur, it is so thick that when that venomous snake tries to strike at her, all it gets is that mouthful of fur instead. And then Buffy, she will turn around and she will have that snake snack instead of becoming the snake snack. Well, thank you, Buffy, so much for coming out and seeing us today. Now this here is going to be Tortellini. And Tortellini here is going to be our sulcata tortoise. Now he does have another name called the African spur tortoise, and I can tell you two things about him. That he is from that Africa region and those spurs on him as well. And I know they're kind of hard to see, but you actually look at the back half of his body, kind of where those back feet go out. He has these two big spurs that come straight out of his back. And those are really sharp points that actually helps protect himself. Because in Africa, it's really hot, and the only way to cool down is to dig really deep underground. And these tortoise species, they can actually dig up to about 25 feet deep. And when they are digging, they dig all head first, so having those spurs on the back actually helps protect them against any sort of predator. Now, I know that Tortellini may look really big, but he's not showing off the true size of those tortoises, because he's going to be the third largest tortoise in the whole world. And when these guys are born, they're actually born the size of a golf ball, so super tiny. But when they do get older, they get up to about 250 pounds. And they do age a long time as well. They live up to about 150 years old. So if you ever did have one as a pet, you have to have kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids to pass that tortoise down through generations. But as he does grow older, that shell, it will grow with him. So that means that his spine is actually infused into that shell. So whenever we pick him up, we want to make sure we're nice and gentle. And when we give him those touches, we want to make sure they're nice and soft as well. And if you guys do want to touch a tortoise, I do highly recommend it. We do have a tortoise touch yard that is down by our petting zoo, where we have a bunch of these sulcata tortoises that are much too big to be carried around. And I will say that if you do rub them right there on the rump, so kind of on the bottom of their shell, they will actually tell you they like it with a booty shake. South America for our next friend. Now this one we're going down to the grasslands instead of up in the skies where Chloe was from.
Wow.
Now this here is Ellie. And Ellie, she's our red-legged Surima. Now being that red-legged Surima, unlike Chloe, who eats all those different types of nuts and seeds, Ellie here is what's called a predatory bird, which means she eats different types of small mammals and reptiles. And since she doesn't have a private chef like us out in the wild, she actually needs to do what's called a predatory slam, where she will grab onto that snake or mammal and actually slam it into the ground multiple times until it does become nice and tenderized for her, and she can actually break it up into those little pieces. Now, what's also really cool about Ellie is you may all notice that she has really long legs. So those long legs actually allows Ellie to run up to about 18 miles per hour on land. So she is a very fast runner. But what she can also do is she can actually jump and catch her prey. And they can actually jump up to about 6 to 8 feet tall. So she is actually a very good jumper. Now there are actually two types of crested Surimas out there in the world. There is the red-legged, just like Ellie, and then there is also the black-legged. Now the only difference between the two are the colors on those legs. If you guys notice with Ellie, she has those orangish kind of red legs. Those black-legged will have those nice black legs. And they do have a very specific call, and it kind of sounds like a little puppy. So if you're ever out here in the zoo and it maybe sounds like there's a lost puppy, do not worry, it's just Ellie communicating with all of her sisters and brothers. Well, thank you, Ellie, so much for coming out and seeing us today. Fluffy variety. Now this here is gonna be Cinnamon, and Cinnamon is gonna be our Derby's woolly opossum. Now I know that she may not look like those different opossum species we see here in North America. Those really big ones that live on the ground, and they usually play dead when you get right near them. Cinnamon here, she doesn't do any of that. She actually lives really high up in those trees where Chloe is from. And how you can tell that is she has those nice curved hands and feet that actually allow her to grip onto those tree branches, and also Ryan's hand as well. But you may also notice with Cinnamon is she has those really big eyes and those really big ears as well. So she is what's called a nocturnal creature, which means she comes out during the nighttime. And so having those really large eyes actually allows more light and color to go through those eyes if she were to be awake during this daytime. Because right now she doesn't have the best eyesight, so having those much larger eyes allows her to actually see for her predators if she were to be awake right now. But you may also notice those really big ears. As she's been out here, she's kind of been flicking them back and forth. Now, she's not shivering or cold or anything like that. She's actually just listening to all the sounds around her, because she needs to be able to listen for any of her predators or her family that might be near her. And another distinctive characteristic about Cinnamon is that really long tail, if you guys can see it. Now that tail is prehensile, so what that means is it's basically another foot for Cinnamon. So when she's walking around on Ryan, you may notice that she actually wraps that tail kind of around his arm. And so that tail is used for that balance really high up in the trees, because when the wind is blowing, she wants to make sure she doesn't fall. Now, unlike monkeys who can actually swing from their tail back and forth, Cinnamon, she can't do any of that. It is just used for that balance. And if you do notice, she doesn't have any fur on the end of it, so that actually allows her to have more grip with it as well. And these animals, they're going to be what's called frugivores, which means they eat different types of fruits. But out in the wild, she will have different varieties of insects as well to get most of her protein source. Well, thank you, Cinnamon, so much for coming out and seeing us today. But our next friend traveling to us from Africa, this here is Barbie. And Barbie is going to be our baby warthog. Now, I know I say baby with her, but she looks really big. Now, right now, she is about maybe like 40 to 50 pounds right now. But when she will get fully grown, she can reach upwards about 200 to 400 pounds, depending on if they are male or female. So Barbie here, she still does have a lot of growing to do. Now, she is almost a year old, so she still does have some growing to do and some life to live as well. But what you may notice on her is she doesn't have a lot of hair all over that body. But she does have hair right there on the center of her back. Now that's because in Africa, the sun, it's going to be out, it's going to be really hot. And so having that hair right there on that back actually helps protect her, kind of like a sunscreen. But then what Barbie will also do is she will actually find a giant mud pile, and she will rub her whole body in it head to toe. Now that also helps act as a sunscreen for her, but it also helps protect her from any sort of parasites that might get on her skin as well. Now Barbie here, she is what's called an omnivore, which means she eats basically everything. So she eats fruits, vegetables, insects, and carrion as well, which is actually carcasses out in the wild. And what Barbie here will do is, and she kind of showed it off a little bit before, is she will actually go right there on those front two elbows, just like that. And she will actually use that really big nose on her to kind of forage around for her food, dig really big holes in the ground, and find all those insects underneath. So she is still quite a good digger, just like Torellini was as well. And if you do notice that she's been out here, she's actually kind of been flicking that tail back and forth. Now, unlike dogs who flick their tail back and forth to mean they're happy, Barbie here, what she's doing is she's just flicking off any sort of flies or parasites that could also get on her skin. And what's also cute with that tail is that out in the wild, in the grasslands of Africa, sometimes the warthogs, they actually can't see each other. So what they will do is they will flick their tail up straight ahead, and they will actually follow each other using their tail above the grass. So that's how they're able to find their family. And if you may notice with warthogs, they usually have those really big tusks on the side of their face. Now, as I mentioned, since Barbie here, she's not even a year old just yet, they're still growing in. But if you do look nice and close at the side of her mouth, you'll see the openings where they're gonna start growing in, and they will become very sharp. Not only are they used to help protect herself and her family, but it's also used to help her dig those burrows as well. Well, Barbie, she'll stay on out here to say hello to everybody, but she is our last animal for the show today. So I do thank you all so much for coming. If you do have any questions, please come on down and ask. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day at the zoo.
They're cute. They're sharp little teeth.
Do look like squirrel.
They don't go down upside down.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's just funny.
What you doing up there? Oh, something got him excited.
What does it mean?
He ran right over top of him.
Wow, they're pretty. Look at their little hands. They're so cute.
They're active.
They must have had their lunch.
No, keep doing it.
Funky little guy. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna. There's another one out here. Where is he? Oh yeah, here he is. Oh, he's smaller than the other one. Out there.
Strangest face.
I think that's murder too.
Sa pagbikas no?
Jaguar? Panther or jaguar?
Well, panthers are either a leopard or jaguar, just all black. But yeah, so that'd be a jaguar that's all black.
Odette!
Giant Odette.
They're native around here.
Oh my God. He's posing over here and I didn't see him.
How cute is he? So pretty.
Looks a lot like the Jurassic Park. Yeah. He's shedding his skin.
130
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I'm not
No.
gonna have you guys go back to the gate. Yeah.
The first
I have
one
a
to
truck
go.
coming, that's why.
That's just a puppy dog.
I've never seen white fox before. That's so pretty.
Have you seen videos of them when
Bobcat.
Every once in a while they come through our neighborhood.
Looks just like a cat. Bigger version.
Bobcat.
Those things got such big hands for no bigger than they are.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's kookaburras.
It's a road
So,
Curvy rodents population, especially those near here. I'd like to hunt at night.
we got a gang that just go through our neighborhood.
Oh yeah, is that all? Female. Look at you posing.
ooh.
Oh, big boy. Yeah. Imagine that's what
a king of right.
He's like, come on, come and get me.
I am God.
See, I wonder if they strip those feathers off of their wings.
that's what I'm thinking. That's the
Yeah.
answer to your question is. Some people go, oh, well, like you up in Alberta too.
Oh, that one.
That's crazy.
Meerkat berat. Copycat, Phoenix the cat.
Hey,
I didn't know. So
This is the slobber supply.
Look at it.
I like it, yeah.
Smiling for Josh. He said, no, this is just for him.
Hello. Hi. Yeah. I like it.
That's too funny. That or I want to bite your face
No, it looks like a smile.
Do this?
Oh, look at his going like this with his eyebrows.
But this. Such cute eyes.
Look at he's doing this with his eyebrows. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Oh.
I like it. Yeah.
No way.
Hi.
She's definitely giving him the smiles.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Looks like somebody we know.
Yeah. You got beautiful teeth. Beautiful teeth.
I cannot believe this. This is the second time he's actually talking to an animal.
I know.
I think she likes you.
Good. You and Gigi go. Oh, Gigi better watch out.
She said, come rescue me.
Yeah.
I'll be your pet. Look at her eyes when she does that, raises her eyebrows. There she goes again. God, she's giving you smiles.
Yeah.
Says you look like my daddy.
Okay, ready?
Oh, listen. She's
hold you.
talking.
Yeah.
Can you take me home with you, please?
Yeah. Where's your teeth? Show your teeth. Good teeth. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see you.
Oh, no, she's sliding.
I see you. I see you.
That is wild. I know, I got it with the other one.
They're the ones that bury themselves in their cup.
No, it's nice.
Oh, that's what's going for it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is the weirdest thing ever.